And the thing that I always keep thinking about is the one basic thing that all Americans have is this dream to have a home. And now it seems that with all of these foreclosures and things going on, that dream has been snatched away from millions of people. And it seems like it's going to be another estimated 2 million people are going to be losing their homes. Now, one of the problems I have with that is that is there something that we can do that can kind of help alleviate some of these foreclosures? Well, Senator Dick Durbin tried to do that with the anti-foreclosure bill. And I want to talk about the results of that particular bill and what happened in Congress, and how I want to kind of bring it out to Americans what's actually going on in this country which you call America.
Well, it's unfortunate that the Senate voted the bill down, because the purpose of the bill was to allow these a lot of the homeowners that are potentially in foreclosure or about to lose their homes the opportunity to go to bankruptcy court and have the bankruptcy court review the situation if necessary. They were still going to actually apply to their banks and try and refinance their loans to more reasonable amounts based on whether or not they could, afford their monthly payments, or if the value of their homes had decreased below the market value. And if the banks didn't offer them the proper, relief, at that point they could go to the bankruptcy court, and the bankruptcy court could actually step in. What's interesting about this situation is that the bankruptcy court already has the option to do this for rich people. Well, and when I say rich people, I mean people who have second homes, whether it's a ranch or a farm or a vacation home. They have the opportunity to do that. So it's curious that they wouldn't allow them to do it for people who are losing the one home that they need.
Mm-hmm. And it really speaks to the issue of the power of money and the power of these banks. Now, these banks didn't have a problem when they were going under taking our money and mortgaging our children's futures and all this other stuff so that we can save these banks, and we spent billions of dollars invested in them. Now when it comes time to help the average everyday citizen that might be struggling in this particular economy, there is no type of help coming from these banks, because they don't seem to be interested in doing that. And part of the thing is that it comes down to dollars. They would do better for the person to go into foreclosure and reselling the home and then get money from the government than they would with refinancing these loans to the people. And I just don't understand how you have 12 Democrats. First of all the Republicans, all 39 Republicans voted against it. But 12 Democrats that have the nerve to sit up there and talk about they're for the American people, and you're trying to take the one thing that's more American than anything else, a home, away from them.
Yeah, well, Republicans always vote in that block, it's like one mind, and
no
dissent, which is probably why we have people leaving the Republican Party, because if you are a moderate or you're somebody who, doesn't go lockstep with them, you might as well leave, because they don't tolerate it. But it's unfortunate that we have the situation where the Democrats, who are supposed to be working for the average everyday,
right,
the little guy, so to speak, that they actually, like you said, 12 of them went on the other end, and their excuses for voting that way are ridiculous. I mean, forget about that whole, well, we don't want the government to interfere with the banks. We've already seen that there's been issues allowing the banks to regulate themselves, and if that's not working, somebody does have to step in and help.
But see, and that's the interesting thing about it, because don't you think after all of the things that has happened with the lessening of regulations and things on Wall Street, we don't see it going back to even the level that it was when FDR originally put a lot of these laws into effect. They're trying to keep it where we just trust Wall Street, trust the banks for them to do the right thing. And I'm sorry, if you almost cause a world collapse of the economy, why should we trust you to do the right thing? I have more faith in the average everyday American, the one that gets up every day, that goes to work, that takes care of his family, pays his taxes, whatever. I believe in them, and so therefore, if I'm going to be bailing anybody out, I should be bailing them out. And this is where the heavy hand of government should be involved in it, telling them we're going to push this law through. Because one of the criticisms was that Obama didn't fight for this. Obama and them saw that it was a lost cause, and they let it go and said that we'll fight this battle another day, because they were more interested in the credit card issue, because they're doing credit card reform. But I mean, credit card reform is important, but a person's home, 2 million Americans losing their homes. If that's not important, I don't know what fight you fight.